Hello, folks, and welcome to Drone Therapy Season 7, Episode 31. As you can see, it's just me and Dale at the moment. Everybody's going to be running about 30 minutes late or so. So, I'm going to run through the list here. As you can see, Chuck Kim jumping in early. He's busy tonight. He's trying to catch up on some of his editing work, and he's prepping to go on another big trip. So, he's going to be busy. He might be off and on for the next few weeks. So, we'll just be hearing Chuck from the stadium seats, okay? Jody Drone Shots is in the house. East Coast Thrills, and thank you for filling me in on all that. It was nice to know some more information about that. That was pretty cool. Jonathan's here. Rolling. I know there's AZ David's in the house. AZ Drone Dude. Kira Show Warren's also here. And as you can see, it was popping some stuff up here. Mavic 4 Pro, Mavic 3 RTK, GoPro 1-inch hoax, apparently so is the way it's looking. And Phantom Flight 101, Herman's in the house. Maddie from Maddie's Drone World's also here. Hot Rod in Daytona, Hot Rod's also here. Leonard Oglesby has returned and is prepped for some chaos, and I told him we would see where the what was it I said? What was I say down here? Yes, here we go. We shall see where the squirrel takes us. Yes, let's see. Anyway, Northside Hawk Dom's in the house. Would I see Art a minute ago? Did I miss Art, maybe? I think Art was here and I jumped past you, didn't I, Art? Or did I? Is Art here? Somebody tell me if Art's here. Yes, Art! Yes! Art's here! I knew I'd seen you. And Art's telling everybody hi as well. Joe America. Captain Joe America is also here. We got Drone Views Media. Alan, wow. Okay, good to see you. Good to see you. Rolling. Scott Nadeau, good to see you as well. BMAX Aerial Visuals, good to see you. Mark R. White, oh, glad to have you in the house. Okay, and I'm about caught up. Okay, so there's brief little things that have popped up to begin with. We all know we all have our own little drones that we play with and everything. And so that was why I said, what drone do you own? Because I know some people haven't really stepped into the DJI, Autel, Skydio arena. They may still be flying Holy Stone. I don't know. But if you're wanting to share with us and tell us what kind of drones you've had and what you're looking into, then that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Plus, of course, all the up-and-coming rumors. And I even put in the trailer, if you noticed, it said up to the minute GoPro 12 updates. Well, the biggest update right now is apparently the 1-inch is a hoax. What do you think about that, Dale?
Something about that a couple weeks ago, didn't I?
Yep, you sure did. Well, I don't. What I'm trying to say is, I don't have anything substantiating that it's not true. But it's funny that we only had 2 pictures, and then zip, nothing to back any of it up, and it conveniently came out right before DJI dropped the new Action 4.
Yeah, but they knew the Action 4 was coming out, and if they just wanted to even make somebody think to wait, they might have done it by dropping that image. I mean, it totally would be doing that. So,
but for the more, what I'm saying is, I'm not seeing anything to back up the 1-inch. And then everybody's saying the same thing. If you stick 1-inch in there and then you put a high frame rate on it, there's no way you're going to keep it cool. There's just no way.
They're really hot. But that's great underwater.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, just like I'm hearing a lot of people say, you know, they're testing the new Action 4 at 4K 60 and it's not overheating. And I'm like, well, hellfire, it only took them 4 tries, right? You know, I mean, come on. Oh, no, let's see. The original Action only did 4K 30, right? But it did 1080 at 4K 60. So, or was it? No, I think it was a little more impressive than that. Anyway, but I'm just trying to say is they've had a few iterations to get the 4K 60 right and not overheat. The whole point is, go ahead.
All those beta testers.
Yeah, they're advertising this ridiculous frame rate at 4K now. That's what I want to see. You know, I want to see, what was it, 240 or whatever, 220? I'm trying to remember what it was. Anyway, let me, anything going on with you, Dale? Anything you want to discuss? Because I got to send somebody a link real quick.
Not specifically. I mean,
not
flying
specifically.
drones, every drone.
Are you under DNA?
NDA?
Yeah, no. Ron always says DNA.
DNA?
So we always say, even though it's NDA.
Gotcha. I don't have anything specific, no.
Okay, so
I did hear about some mystery meeting happening next week over in China, but I don't know what about.
well, like you were saying, hey, Matt, props, glad to have you in the house. Cool, cool, cool. I think like didn't it's probably going to be more on industrial, agricultural, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Plus, didn't they have some kind of meeting recently about limiting or like they're going to charge more for heavier drones?
Like price? No.
Yeah, I was thinking, wasn't there something about how they were going to export them and like drones that were over a certain weight were going to be
So
more expensive?
China issued an export restriction on certain drones that meet certain categories. One of them is over 7 kilograms and has like thermal camera on it and specialized stuff. But it's limited if they don't have, or they have to have an export license to do that.
Ah,
Now they don't have an export license, or now they do. Now you have to have an export license.
let's see.
Now, will that affect like the Matrice 350 or something like that? Possibly, or maybe even their bigger drones, but it's hard to say. It's geared towards stuff that's being sold to the military. They want to track anything that's going out of the country.
Ooh. Now, what is that? What is that? That is apparently the new DJI Mini 4 Pro being tested as we speak. Looks like the arms are a little bit longer. Looks like it's a tiny bit, maybe a little bit, the body itself might be a tiny bit beefier. So I don't know about the 249 or not. Or does it look the same to you, Dale? I know it's not a great picture to go on, but
it's not showing up yet on the screen.
Really? Can you all see that in the chat?
No.
Can you see the share screen in the chat? Yeah, let me look over here.
Now it's there.
Weird. So what was it showing before? Nothing? It was just me and you. It was, oh wow, that's weird. So here it is. This is supposedly the DJI Mini 4 Pro being tested as we speak over there. And like I said, it seems to me to be maybe a little, hang on a second. I don't know. Come here, big boy. Compare the two. We'll do a real live. How similar they look. Okay. So we have this. We're going to go flip. Okay, so what do we do? So it's going to be kind of like, no, how am I going to do this? Nope, that's not working.
So the question is the Mini 4 going to be the new one that comes out for Christmas then?
Yeah. But wait, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Hang on, here we go. Hey Johnny, what's up? What's up? So anyway, here's the supposed Mini 4 Pro. But let me stop this. I'm gonna close this. Let's see. Yeah, because here's the other picture of it kind of hovering there. And it's an outtake from what? The video. Let's go over here. Let's see, am I on? Yeah. Okay, so we'll go close this. We'll go over to our favorite boy. Igor Orgar, baby. But no, don't look at that yet. Don't look at that yet. We'll show you this first. What is he flying? Oh, is that the Mini 4 Pro in testing? I don't understand. He's like, we can't see the guy. He's blocking out the guy's face. I'm like, oh, why? Because he doesn't realize we're filming him. He doesn't track the guy very well, you notice. But look how it's kind of, you notice it doesn't seem to be very stable. You noticing that, Dale?
It's windy.
I get that, but man, that's supposed to be a Mini 4. And people were like, I've heard people that watch the video say, it looked like it was going to chop his leg off. Here we go. Let's go here. So anyway, here's the thing. What does that look like to you? The Mavic 3 RTK. It looks like an RTK module back there, doesn't it? See where my cursor is?
Yeah, but I don't think that's like they're not going to add an make it a Mavic 3 RTK. They already got the Enterprise one. Why would they need a?
Okay. So maybe this is a new Enterprise.
I mean, maybe they make something that's more like a Inspire Mini.
But why would you have that big badass RTK module on the back?
Well, so the Inspire 3, right? It's got the RTK built into it, so now they can do those tight things. Well, think about making that drone smaller. Flying down a hallway or something like that. Automatically.
But with
I don't know.
I don't, okay, but so you really can't tell what the hell this is, can you? You really can't.
I wouldn't know what that is, yeah.
And apparently it's coming from the monitor of the Mini 4. Even crazier. Okay, so he's saying Dre's saying that there's already, but you said it was the Enterprise, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're saying they can't see shit. That's so weird.
That's coming up across the feed now.
But it doesn't make any sense why it's so delayed unless there's something going on with StreamYard servers. Because I'm simply sharing the other monitor. That's it. You wouldn't figure it would take that long.
It's on the YouTube.
And then we got people talking back and forth. So what do you all think this is? Do you think that's the Mini 4 Pro being tested? And maybe this is the Air 3 RTK. for the other. Yeah, there we go. It looks like a V-copter.
Just 2 arms, right?
Wouldn't that be wild if it was DJI was coming out with a 2-arm drone?
That'd be if it flew well, it'd be about a game changer as the Mavic Pro was when it came out.
Yeah, there you go. It looks like a Romulan bird of prey. It looks like one of the new models, yeah. It does that.
Oh, I know you don't want to squirrel too early, but man, and we can talk about it later, but you had mentioned that you like that Star Trek was so good. And so
No. I told you I got 10 minutes in and had to leave. But I told you it was really cool for like the first 7 minutes, and by the 10-minute mark, I was like, okay, I can cut this off and leave, because I was like, okay, it's good. But the thing that was so cool was when Pike goes, "Why are we singing?" And that was when I cut it off. At the end of that first scene, I had to cut it off. Hey, Mike, what's up? Everybody, oh wait a minute, I'm going to ask Mike. What did you think? What was it called? Whatever Rhapsody, something. The latest Star Trek episode that everybody's like bashing to the musical Star Trek. Even Caleb, even Caleb was like, it was cool. It was a good idea, but there's some things just no.
It had to stop.
Well, that's what I was saying. The fact of the matter is that they're going to try to keep it going on. Here's the thing, guys. I've not finished it yet. Even Dre. A lot of people upset about that show. Oh, wait. Even Mike didn't like it. Oh, he didn't even make it 10 minutes. He didn't even make it 10 minutes.
It was painful. It was painful.
But don't you all remember the Space Hippies? Don't you remember the Space Hippie episode? Because they were jamming the whole time. They were. They were.
Not like that, man.
No. Granted, I'm not. I'm not going to say. Maybe they're testing the waters. They're testing the waters to see if we can have Star Trek, the musical, on Broadway. And everybody... So while the strike's going on and nobody's got a job, the entire cast is going to go to Broadway, and it's going to open in 2 weeks.
It almost made me want to think that they wrote that like after the writers went on strike, and they wrote that script, and then
yeah. Well, then, everybody's trying to say no. That had been written afterwards, right? Did the actors write that because they wanted to sing? I've even seen that in some of the chat rooms.
Or
Okay,
her,
so what does
her
ev-
did it.
yeah. Uhura did it by playing that song, and whatever the entity liked it.
Yeah, but she probably as the actor wanted to do it.
Possibly. But the thing about it was Spock that started singing first, man. And he's just like tripping out, man. You can see him, he's like, what the And then Uhura's actually getting off on it. She's like kind of grinning. Yeah, cool. But anyway, hey Brad, what's up? Good to have you in the house. We've already gone squirrel immediately, and we were talking about the latest Star Trek episode, or the latest musical. Oh, would that not have been hilarious if they could have gotten him to do a cameo and started singing? If they could have gotten Shatner to sing.
Oh, dear.
That would have been hilarious. Okay, so everybody that's still putting up with our bullshit so far, what drone do you own? What's your favorite drone? And did you see the thing I posted earlier about the DM guy talking about how that the Air 3 camera system was better-ish?
Than an Air 2S?
Yeah, he was saying it was better-ish. Because the thing about it was, I'll be honest with you, when he compared the video top to bottom, I honestly thought that the Air 2S video shot at 5.2 or 5.4 was actually going to be the new video coming from the Air 3. And I was stunned when I found out I was wrong. And then he was talking about, and then he even talks to you about, he says it's a 12 megapixel camera, that they're doing some little quirky magic in the software and making it a 48 megapixel camera picture. He goes, but yeah, and he says it's better-ish, you know. And I was like, yeah, finally. And he just basically tells you straight up, the only thing really that it beats the Air 2S in is flight time. Because it does actually fly longer. But good God, the battery's like twice as big. I'd like to see what the damn mall rating is on the original Air 2S battery as to the 3. I mean, I could look it up, but hell, let's see. Igor's got the stuff. We showed the little dude. Yeah, we don't need no more there. And like I said, the reason that I'm thinking, that I personally am thinking, I'm calling bullshit on the GoPro 12 not having a 1-inch sensor is, it's just weird that picture, those two pictures popped up on that one site on Igor's page. None of the other sites that we normally see, like Drone DJ or any of them, really picked up on it. They left it alone. I mean, there was a lot of scuttlebutt going in, chat rooms and bulletin boards and stuff, but that typically happens anyway. And since then, nothing, just nothing. And is it September or October GoPro release month? September, isn't it?
September 15th, I believe. Yeah,
so we would be hearing a little bit more in the coming weeks. So we'll know for sure if that, which is the whole point is GoPro was probably going to be a little pissed off now that if they don't have a 1-inch sensor, because now there's going to be a bunch of people expecting that 1-inch sensor. And if they come out and they say, oh, it's this, and we're going to be like, well, what about this picture over here? Oh, it was fake. It was a hoax. And everybody's going to be like, oh, all right, fine. I'll just go with DJI then. Something tells me that. Go ahead.
Didn't they already discount it? Didn't they already say it was a hoax?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Is it a hoax?
I thought GoPro said no. Fake.
Well, I haven't. Let me get this off. Remove. And stop screen. Okay, cool. I had not. So GoPro says no 1-inch sensor on 12. Let's see. I'm going to do a search. Pro. Is anybody in the chat seen something like that? Okay, there was a young man that has been on before who has had the fishing drones on. I sent him the link. He has found a new drone he was going to bring over here to sell. It was called, what did he tell me it was? The Copter which it has been around for a little while. It's kind of like a heavy bait hauler, but it's a serious drone. I mean, it's a big drone, and it can carry like 3-pound bait out and drop it. So that's not too bad. And then they said the camera was so, but what they do is like they were taking they compared it. They had a Phantom 4 Pro, took kind of a moderate sized bait out there that like a Phantom 4 Pro could carry, and dropped it. But the camera was so good on the Phantom 4 Pro that he could watch and tell them when the hook was set and start to reel in. But now when the Cutacopter went out there, it was like, hit and miss. Sometimes it was really good. Sometimes it's not. Hey, John. Good to have you. Wait a minute, John. Sorry, John. Did the stickers get there? Just let me know. Cat Skills Brad, good to see you. I saw you a minute ago telling us that you said, hey, it's glad to have you in the house. Well, I'm anticipating that we will have some more people show up here soon. Anybody watched any good movies lately? We'll go ahead and go. We'll go squirrel now. We'll see where the squirrel takes us. Movies or TV? Other than Star Trek. Other than Star Trek. We'll beat that horse after Ron and everybody shows up.
I'm going tuna fishing, so I've just been watching tuna fishing.
Wait a minute. Brad says it's called the Cooter Copter. It depends on which part of the South you're referring to, because that could be a personal name, and it could also be a body part. So I'm just saying, it depends on what part of the South you're in as to what that is. Oh, they haven't got there yet. Okay, hopefully they'll get there soon, John. Watch the movie Dune, the newest one. Yeah, it's okay. The second one's going to be pretty cool when it comes out. I'm trying to think of something else.
In December, right?
Yeah. Traffic cutting through city due to mariners and concert at Climate Bridge falling out of downtown corridor.
Wait, that's Angel again? Oh, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, Angel. And Caleb's trying to make money, so I get that. So, y'all, as soon as they get in here, since they don't know that we're telling y'all this, tell Caleb in here that he needs to give y'all a cut because y'all were holding the fort down while he was gone when he told us he's going to be here. And then, of course, y'all got to raise hell on Angel and say, make the damn bed. And
okay.
If it's not... What?
I'm going to do this for you, Bill. Everybody, hit the like button right now.
I feel awkward doing it, asking people for likes. Because if I ask them for likes, they go, but you're a dickhead, Bill. We'll have to go thumbs down. So it's cool that somebody else did it. I like that. Wait a minute. Andrew Lloyd Webber writes Star Trek Express. Harold and Kumar go White Castle. That's an old one, but that was a cool movie. So, okay, what was it? It's actually, let me see if I can find something on it. I'll show something on it. He did this before. He was going to come on, and then he didn't show up. I'll just tell him, I'll be like, dude, you really need to show. The only thing that was weird when I was looking for it, let me bring it up. Let me close all this shit. I'll just close all this.
Hey, Bill, see, that just jumped from 16 likes to 22 likes now.
Oh, guys, they're all going to want their cut. They're going to want a commission now. They're going to be like, you're supposed to be paying us. No, thanks. I don't want you to send me stuff. Okay, so here, I'm going to show this. Shows present, share screen, entire screen over here. Boom. Okay, now it pops up. Let's see. How fast did it come up? Is it still not up?
It's nothing.
Just a blank screen. I have no idea why this is taking so long.
There it goes. Now it's up.
See, this is it. See, it looks kind of like just a giant toy drone, right? But then when
It looks like a Hubson.
Well, kinda, yeah. Let's just hit a few more pictures. It's actually a giant waterproof drone. And it can haul, I think it was up to, but see here it says discontinued, right? And then you're paying $3,190 for it new. I'm hoping that's not USD. Maybe that'd be really cool if it was Philippine pesos. Then it would only be about $85. But it's using a 6,800 mAh battery.
That's another $290 though.
Yeah, another $290.
We tried the splash drone. We even had the ferry system. They requested that to use a waterproof drone, and they just fly like something from 2013.
Supposed to be a video.
They don't even fly as well as the Phantom 1 does.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We have a video. Here we go. We have a video. Oh, it's impressive.
Bill could have made it.
Yeah, I actually did make this video.
Fiber.
I did make this video.
Steadicam used.
Oh, Eric was number 15. See that? So, okay, thank you. So it saves face. Matt, what's up, buddy? Matt's driving and listening down under, folks. And by the way, everybody here should have wrenches. If you aren't already, please make sure you stick around and subscribe to all the people that are here and get over there and support their channels. I need to do it more than I do. I will do my best to get to it. Oh, who?
Bait dropping.
That camera's not too bad. It's a big old drone.
Said it could carry 3.5 kilograms.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah. So they're saying you can go after sharks with this if you want to. And that thing's a bit loud. But they do. It does look like a big Hubsan. But then when you see him holding it up, you're like, okay, that's
definitely not a Hubsan.
Nope. All right. Okay, we don't need to share that screen. So, boom. Wow, that's cool. Wait. Hey guys, I can't answer everyone at a red light. So Matt says hi to everyone. How you doing? Angel is on the way. Caleb is still not here. I don't know that. Maybe the meeting is going well and they're going into extra innings. Where is the stuffed? Oh, we've been going squirrel, man. Tonight's subject is Star Trek musicals. Yes or no? But Klingons are okay, apparently. And I personally think after what Dale told me and
that's where the squirrel is.
Oh. Here we go.
All right, guys. How's it going?
He's in the middle of town. Look, transit. I know that transit bus. I was mugged on that bus.
E-Bus?
I'm making a joke, man.
No, the E-Bus has its own Yelp reviews.
I'm just making a joke, you know. I remember when I got mugged on that bus. Memories, man. Memories. Nothing like downtown Seattle.
The E-Bus has its own Yelp reviews.
We're talking about. Yeah, man. Because the thing about it is we could talk about the same shit that every other fucking drone show talked about this week, or we can kind of hit the high points and then to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about.
I got a question for you, Bill.
Yes, sir.
You know, Pagliacci Pizza is supposed to be delivering pizza by drone in Seattle.
Oh, I didn't know that. What's the punchline?
No, it's serious. They're using zipline to.
Oh, that's going to be kind of unique.
So I'm the only one potentially eligible to get it.
I don't know when or where they're starting though.
Man, you know what's going to... All right, that's what we're going to do. Caleb, get your ass in here. And Dale, let's get pizza delivered at Satsop from Zipline. Would that not be cool as shit, man? That would be so cool.
I wonder if there's going to be a surcharge for the delivery.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure there is, because you know damn good well it's going to cost out the ass, too. It can't be cheap. But just to do it one time, to have a drone deliver pizza to a drone meetup.
Trust me, I'm a GoPro this.
Okay, he's got me. All right, cool. We will bring this up in a... Maybe it has to do... Let's try this. Let me try this.
It can carry two 13-inch pizzas.
Okay.
Oh, it was on King 5, huh? All right, cool. Oh, I don't know. Will they get pissed if I play that? They might, mightn't they?
The video?
Not like it. Yeah. Oh, I'll put up the screen. How about that?
The Seattle Times one is probably a little easier to read.
I'll
send that to you real quick.
No, I'm going to just do this. Will be okay. We're not going to do it long. Here we go. The next time you order a pizza in the greater Seattle area, it could be delivered by a drone. What did you say? Pagliacci? What'd you say? Pagliacci Pizza, with 25 locations in Western Washington, has partnered with South San Francisco-based Zipline to utilize its home delivery service. The two companies collaborated on a new custom pizza box design that allows each drone to carry two 13-inch pizzas and side dishes to its final destination. Over a decade ago, Zipline's platform 2 drones fly more than 300 feet off the ground, and the company says they are designed to sound like rustling leaves in the wind. Wait a minute. Oh, my pizza's here. People like, no, man, that's just the wind blowing. Anyway, Platform 2 technology would be used by Sweet Green, Michigan, Medicine, Multicare Health. A bunch of people are using it. Drones can leave a delivery on a surface area as small as a patio table or the front steps of a home. I don't know how that's possible. Drones will then have a 10-mile radius of delivery. Wow. No timeline given as to when the drones will be rolled out and available for use.
25 cool. Locations, though. I wonder if they were going from all of them.
Yeah, really. That is very cool.
I believe I am less than 10 miles away, but that would be crossing multiple Wi-Fi spots along the way.
Ooh.
And crossing 1, 2, 3, 4 major roadways.
All right, so we're doing a review now of Seattle City Wi-Fi spots. You're along for the ride.
Or are you doing it on the T-Mobile network here?
Yeah. We're testing the T-Mobile network. Next, we can try Xfinity when I come to visit Angel at his house. But we're going to SatSop the week after. So the cool thing is I can do that. I can actually do that. I should be able to do the rest of them, really. Just depending on what my kids do.
And Bill, it's Pagliacci pizza, by the way. The G is silent.
Oh, Pagliacci pizza. Let's see. I had a hitchhiker.
Everyone's been saying Pagliacci.
What? Damn. What? So he had enough money to buy a 357, but he didn't have enough money for a bus ticket? I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Well, I hope you got away okay. Well, obviously, you're here talking to us. What is this? Oh, wow. Yeah, there are a lot of locations. So we would have to... we could try over there towards West Seattle, maybe, on the backside, and get them to deliver it to us there. It said within 10 miles, so we could be within 10 miles. We could probably go to Centennial Park and have it delivered there.
Yeah.
We could have it delivered at Centennial Park.
Well, I'd like to see if it would come to my house because like I said, I'm in between two. I'm at there's 145th in Greenwood, and I'm at 105th, so that's like a mile and a half down, or 2 miles down and 3 blocks over. Or this other one is much further.
Oh no, I didn't know this. Is that the way it works, Dale? You see what Mark's telling us? Like a big drone shows up, and then a little drone brings your shit.
I don't know if it's the big drone, but I know that I thought it was the package that's lowered down.
And then if they want to get on your
up in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that rustling leaves. That's what I'm trying to figure. It sounds like rustling leaves. Pizza squirrel. Yes, the pizza squirrel. We need to name that. That's what we need. We need to name. We start our pizza business with drone delivery, and we'll call it the pizza squirrel.
So, what we could go over to that Luther Burbank Park, right? Isn't that the one on Mercer Island, and just get it delivered from Mercer Island?
Yo, Luther Burbank's awesome. I love to fly over there. Yeah, I love to fly over there.
There's a Polyaki pizza on Mercer Island.
Oh, perfect. That's We'll have it delivered right there on the island while we're flying. Oh, well, apparently T-Mobile's Wi-Fi network fails after one switch. So don't use T-Mobile.
Sorry, I was my fiance told my son to take the dog out.
Oh, okay. Here we were. I told him that T-Mobile network had failed.
No.
Did you cross it?
I've been on T-Mobile since 2000, so it's very rarely given me any issues.
We were until Xfinity offered us this unreal deal, and then because we have like basically all our stuff with them, we get this huge discount on everything, like huge. So instead of paying like $700 a month for 4 services, we only pay $400. And so with the business and everything tied into it, it's beneficial.
Yeah. Well, we don't do TV, we don't do sports, so we don't need any of that. We just need internet.
Well, we have to have all kinds of TV to match everybody's needs. So it works out well for us. Plus, a lot of it's streaming, so that having the internet helps with that too.
But we do pay for YouTube Premium, commercial free.
I'm doing I got it free until like the second week of September. Okay, Ron, we'll catch you up. I personally believe that the 1-inch on the GoPro, and I'll catch Angel up too. I believe the 1-inch sensor on the GoPro is a hoax. And Dale was. I'm going to check this too, because Dale was telling me that he thought GoPro said it was a hoax too.
I couldn't find anything that said that.
Oh. Sensor.
That it was a hoax, or that it's not a hoax?
No,
that it is a hoax.
It's a fake photo.
Okay.
Oh,
so don't get that confused with saying a 1-inch sensor on a GoPro 12 is fake.
Well, okay,
Sean
from Air Photography, who says he doesn't do clickbait videos, did a clickbait video just about the GoPro 12 1-inch sensor, 8K, yada yada. So I don't know. He's believing in it. So and he would look. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a strong opinion either way, whether it's real or not real. I wouldn't totally discount it, but also I wouldn't count it. I'm like, again, I'm in the middle of the road here. I'm not committed to the rumor one way or the other. I know, the DJI rumors tend to be true, and GoPro holds their information a lot tighter than DJI does. You very rarely get these type of GoPro rumors this far out that kind of hold water when we get closer. So to that, Bill, I this could definitely be a fake.
Well, the reason I'm saying so is we had the leak 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago.
On the same day the Air 4 was released.
The Action 4, was coming out. Which the thing about it that I was talking to Dale about before you all got in here was that could potentially harm GoPro if they don't have a 1-inch sensor in there.
Oh yeah, that.
I mean, think about it.
Sales. Yeah.
Yeah, think about it. So what I'm trying to think is, like Dale said, it would be in GoPro's best interest to have come out and released a statement saying we don't have a 1-inch sensor in our upcoming GoPro. Because if they don't, after seeing that and people waiting, no matter how impressive the stats are, they're not going to buy it right off the bat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I totally understand what you're saying. Agree with you, Bill. But in the history of technology companies, has anybody ever issued a statement ahead of time saying that their tech product doesn't have this, that, or the other? That would be, I mean, you're right. I agree with you, but that would be unprecedented if they would do something like that.
Yeah, it would be, but also I've never known of them to. Oh, did we lose him?
No,
Did we
he
lose
said
him?
he was getting some food. He's
Oh, okay. Okay, I looked over
Is he
here.
on that? Is he on that famous highway again where he always gets caught in traffic?
Yeah, he's caught in traffic, but we're testing Wi-Fi spots. So he's off camera, but we're still testing the Wi-Fi spots of the T-Mobile network throughout the city of Seattle because he has figured that he's roughly going to transfer from 4 to 5 different Wi-Fi spots until he gets home. So this is kind of an open field test of the T-Mobile Wi-Fi network in Seattle.
This show tonight is sponsored by T-Mobile, folks.
Woo!
Yeah, send the damn check for sure. Okay, something else I want to say.
Subscribe.
You can see. Thank you, Dale. You can see right here where I have East Coast Thrills highlighted. Well, he came in early tonight and explained some things. You all have noticed him in the chats and stuff. This is the first time I had gotten the information. This channel basically belongs to his son, who does a lot of GoPro stuff on roller coasters.
Wow.
Right? Who does a lot of stuff on roller coasters. And he uses it, he edits using the GoPro app and everything. So if you go over there and you see some drone stuff, but a lot of roller coaster stuff, you need to understand that this is basically his son's channel. He designed it and everything. And so he joins us on YouTube using this channel, which is really cool. I thought it was super cool that's how he's hanging out with us and stuff. Great. So if you go over there and you see some roller coaster videos, be sure to watch them.
That's where we get the thrills in East Coast when you're
because his son is putting in a lot of time and work on those, and he's quite proud of that. So get over there and check out that channel as well. But don't get upset, like I said, if you see 1 or 2 drones, or you don't see a whole lot of drone stuff. Just understand that that's how he's supporting the channel through the drone community. Is he's using that YouTube channel to come in here and do it that way.
Great information. Back to your point about the GoPro sensor, Bill, is there any way GoPro can release a sensor that's smaller than what the Action 4 has and kind of get any traction come the middle of September?
No, it's going to have to be at least that big or bigger. And so we know the sensor in there is basically 3/4 of an inch, right? That's pretty big. That's a pretty big sensor.
It's stacked and backlit emulated also.
Which is still a stack sensor. That's part of the process, because the secondary processor that does color, that does the color temperature. That's why the backlit color temperature. It's got to have light. Got it. It's all part of the stack sensor. It's not just some additional thing. It's all part of the stack sensor process. So anyway, but yeah, it sounds good if you want to make the video longer and sound more, informative. But basically a stack sensor is just like it says. There's each sensor processes a different part of the picture. Like most of our phones and stuff all have a logic processor in them now that handles all of it, that processes all of it. A stack sensor, the new stack sensors that are coming out, the ones that are in the DJI drones, one does logic, one does color temperature. Hence everybody's talking about it being more, to me, it seems more GoPro-ish. I think it's a little more oversaturated than I'm used to with DJI. I used to like DJI basically because the basic profile was fairly close to natural to me. But then again, I don't see colors very well anyway. So this could be actually closer than the other ones. What do you think, Dale?
I perfectly agree with you, Bill. GoPros have always had a more, like HDR colorly, overly vibrant colors, and as well as other products like the Autel drones seem to have a lot more vibrant colors. And I don't necessarily mean that in a good way. I see your Bill. I'd rather have a flatter color profile and work with myself rather than be given these overly vibrant colors. But again, to somebody that's never going to do any editing, they may want that overly vibrant look.
Yeah. Something I wanted to ask about, but my brain just took a fart and left me in left field. Oh, you remember the video that you posted earlier in Drone Nation, Ron, about the gentleman who did a very true versus You know, hey, what's up, Kevin? Did a very true versus Air 3 versus Air 2S. And if you watch the video, he even says that the Air 3 is better-ish. And like we've all been saying, not due to the sensor, due to the software tricking you into thinking it's a better picture. But the Air 3 has a 12 megapixel sensor in it.
Yes.
That's what size is in there.
Yes.
So it is truly smaller than the 20 megapixel 1-inch sensor that is in the Air 2S. And if you watch the gentleman's video, and I did, I literally thought that the 5.2K video that he was showing would be the Air 3 video, but I was shocked and stunned to find out that it was the Air 2S video. And for me, watching the video, what I came away with is the only thing that the Air 3 is superior to the Air S is flight time. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is just a gimmick and a manipulation in the software, but you're still using a 12 megapixel sensor.
That's the biggest point, Bill. Remember, the 48 megapixels is all software.
It's quad bear, yeah. It's all quad bear, splitting it into fours and then filling in the holes. So, and another thing too
not that
is
that's a bad thing, but
no, it's not because you'd have to blow the pictures up huge. You'd have to blow the video up huge to see it break down. And so basically, our eyes are not going to be attuned to it. DJI is an expert at using the software to trick our eyes into seeing things that. But when they compare, if you look at the two, the pictures and you look at the video, it's just night and day different. It's nowhere. The Air 3 is nowhere near as. I mean, it's shooting 4K at 60 frames a second. He was shooting 5.2, I think, at 60. And it's. I really thought. I honestly thought that the 5.2K video was from the Air 3. Was going to be at 4K. And then I was shocked when he popped it up. And he just. And you hear him, and he's trying to be cool through the video, and he's like, "It's better-ish."
Yeah.
So he's admitting, he's conceding that it is that the sensor's not as big. But here's the thing: they did the right thing with that 70 millimeter lens that they should have done in the Mavic 3. We should have never had Explorer mode. Yeah. We should have just kept it at the the end of the 4X, 3X, 4X, and that should have been it.
Yeah.
And then they should have gave us everything. Like the clarity and the Christmas that we've got from this 70 millimeter lens that's in the Air 3. I wish that we had that 70 millimeter lens in the Mavic 3. And I'm kind of pissed that we don't. Do
you think that lens was not ready at the time that the Mavic 3 was launched?
Okay, so they gimmicked us again? I mean, come on, man. I mean, did they really? Because I mean, yeah, you can get some decent shit, but there's nothing else they can do with software in that 70 millimeter lens that's in the Mavic 3. Hey, what's up, Charles? There's nothing they can do, Yeah, I can't see what else they can do software wise because we're stuck with that 70 millimeter and the way it's running in there, right?
Right.
I can't see that we can do any more. We're not going to get any more clarity when we go further out. None of that stuff. And we're not going to get the Christmas because I'm assuming it's a different lens and a stack sensor. Is it a stack sensor also on the 70 millimeter as well? Since it's a 1/1.3? I'm assuming it is probably.
I haven't heard anybody say that, Bill.
Do we know that, Dale? Is the 70 millimeter a stacked as well? We don't know.
No.
Oh, not that you know of?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, Bill, let me ask you this question. The stacked main camera is superior in low light over the Air 2S. Is the 70 millimeter lens also superior in low light?
But then you're getting the reason that it's better in low light is, wouldn't that be more of an aperture thing? I would think.
Yeah, probably that 1.7 inch aperture probably gives it the advantage in some low light situations.
So if we had that,
I mean real low light situations.
Yeah, so if we had a 1.7 on that big 20 inch, can you imagine?
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking. Why? So are we talking about the Air 3S now? A 1 inch. We're not going to get a variable aperture. No matter how much people want, we're not going to get a variable aperture in the Air series. We might get a new OcuSync. Now, I said something earlier when we were talking in chat And then Dale was like, no, it's too soon. I would not be surprised in the next 6 to 10 months if we do not see a new Mavic drone.
Even so close off the heels of the Mavic 3 Pro?
Yeah.
I think so. I would,
Because it's already been 2 years on the original, the OG.
Yeah.
It's already been 2 years on the OG.
And how many years did we have between the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 3?
Yeah, but that was I think that was more of an issue with supply, COVID, all that shit kind of slapped in there and screwed it up. Here you go. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that stack sensors are not going to be beneficial. But there's also another technology coming out that if they push that they're probably going to go, they're either going to, it depends on which technology is the cheaper and which is easiest to put in and get parts for. Stack sensors may go into phones, but Rod was telling me, let me see what Rod was telling me about earlier.
Hi, Rod.
He was telling me about it.
And just a correction for ripping FPV. I mean, I'm not saying that stacked is better than 1 inch. I'm not saying anything. You know, I'm just questioning or whatever. But I'm not saying stacked is better.
Oh, and it makes sense. It makes sense to me how it would be logically better, right?
So the Mavic Pro was released in 2016. The Mavic Pro Platinum was released in 2017, a year later. And then the Mavic 2 Pro was released in 2018. So they're on a 1-year cadence.
Yeah, well, but that Mavic 2 Platinum, I mean, was the same camera as the Mavic 2 Pro. So, yeah, I mean, it's the Mavic Pro.
Yeah. The Mavic 3, though, Classic came out in 22. So that's really 4 years for the Mavic 3.
Yeah, like Bill said.
Oh, wait, Mavic 3, the regular Mavic 3, sorry, 21, 11/21.
And
So,
Bill, you have to admit the Mavic 2 Pro was such a good drone. It kind of held its place as the top camera drone for most of that time it was out. Go deep.
I think they will continue to sell the Mavic 3 Pro as long as they can. They will milk it. They will give it a year at least.
Especially since they have the current 2 airframes, the Classic and the Pro, and of course the regular Mavic 3 is still floating around out there and refurbs and whatever. So yeah, I agree, Dale.
I would look at that like either spring, April, May next year, or maybe even into the summer.
I think it's going to be spring. Because they're going to want people to buy the shit, or of course it seems to be a September kind of product. This right here, I'm wondering about. I think it'll have 04, yes, and I think they're gonna. But what I'm afraid of is they're gonna hit us. I don't think it's gonna be an RC2. I think it's gonna be an RC Pro 2. Is what I'm afraid they're gonna hit us with the new
Mini?
Yeah. Because remember the smart controller to begin with. When it came out first time, it came out by itself. It just kind of popped up. Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
And then we didn't. And then again when they updated it, it just kind of came out by itself. So we may get the smart controller like a week or two early, and then we'll get the Mini 4 Pro. Or something like that, because
they're not going to bundle the Mini 4 Pro with the.
No. You're going to have to buy it separate. Yeah, you'll have to buy it separate. But the thing about it is what we all need to realize is here's the thing: we've already moved into a new OcuSync, right? So all the drones that we're talking about them selling for all these other years is using an old language technically for their drones. They've already introduced OcuSync 4. So they're pushing us that way. So in order to continue to push us that way, they're going to have to give us more product that use OcuSync 4 and push us to buy brand new $1,600 controllers, that we got to have because it says DJI. Because what was last one was $1,200, right? So this was going to be $1,499 probably, and they're going to want us to buy it.
Yep. Will we get any more nits, Bill?
Probably, because it's a Pro. Oh, there's a good guess. That would be cool. What if they bring a Hasselblad camera into the Mini 4 Pro? Let's really go for broke here. We've already got a 3/4 inch sensor in the Mini 4 Pro. Are we just going to do no updates on it at all? And give it a new RC and a new 04? Or are we going to put a potentially... Well, we'd have to go 1 inch. We got a 3/4 inch in it now.
Bill, I want to stop you there. They're not going to disrespect the Air 3 owners and put a better camera in a Mini 4 Pro, are they, Bill?
Hey, what the hell? What? Wait a minute. What did they do to the Action 3 owners? Yeah. Chuck's not a happy camper.
Yeah, but that's a whole different thing, Bill. That's they upgraded 3 to 4. Of course, they're going to have a better thing. But here we're going to put a better camera in a lower drone in line or whatever. The drone line. If you put a better camera in the Mini 4 Pro,
we put the same sensor into the Air 2 or the Air 3. Ron, think about it. We've already used that same. All right, go ahead.
Isn't it saying Mini 4 Pro? Mini 4 Pro. So
but Angel, the Air series has never had the Pro moniker.
I know. But
Free the drones. Free the drones.
Why haven't they ever used the Pro moniker in the airline of drones?
Because
who is that? I see somebody down there. I see somebody.
Well, Caleb, welcome in.
I'm colorblind. I don't see. I see hair and a beard.
I'm here.
I hope you. Wait, I told everybody you was making money.
I mean, I was networking. That's kind of like making money, right?
Yeah. That's what we're saying. It won't impact. Yeah, definitely. My only gripe about the only thing that kind of burns me now about the OG Mavic 3 is I wish that I know it's not, like Ron said, maybe it wasn't ready, but I wish we had the 70 millimeter that's in the Air 3 in the OG Mavic 3. I love the OG Mavic 3. I don't think that the Mavic Pro or anything like that comes close to it. I mean, I know that the Mavic 3 Pro's got more bells and whistles on it, but I'm not a huge fan of Explorer mode, but I wish we had the same 70 millimeter that's on the Air 3. I really do, because I did listen to that guy's. Let me find that thing. I did listen to that guy's video, and he was talking about how and the depth of field and the clarity from that 70 millimeter now is unreal. And that's what he said. He said, I'll be honest with you, I'm not using the main camera that much. I'm using the 70 millimeter. He said that's what he was shooting all this stuff in, was his 70 millimeter.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was like, wow, because the video. I don't want to show the video, but I don't want y'all to. I don't want to kind of,
Yeah, let me see if I can find it too.
Here it is. I got it right here. What? DM, what's his name? DM Productions.
That's Darren. That's the guy that got the Mini 3 Pro early.
Yeah, and leaked it all early too. Yeah, right.
Party.
But if you listen to him in the video, he's very blunt. He's like, it's better-ish, and just like I was saying, it's due to software. It has nothing to do with the actual sensor. He tells you point blank, it's a 12 megapixel sensor and a 20 megapixel sensor.
Well, it was almost like he was wanting to like the Air 3 better, but he
did.
He saw the footage, he had to back off a little. He was wanting to like it better.
And like I said, the 5.2K footage I literally thought it was going to be the Air 3 footage, and I was like, wow, because it stunned me. The clarity, the crispness, everything.
Okay, so did Angel make it home without actually losing any signal?
I just made it home. I made it home.
No drops.
Yeah, very good. So T-Mobile through the city is good to go. So you can go through during peak hour in heavy traffic and still maintain signal. Test accomplished.
Angel, why don't you lease your Ride the Angel Wave logo to T-Mobile at a nice rate?
He's like, I'm going inside now, Ron.
Yeah.
Family food's getting cold.
Yeah.
He's not saying it because he probably already.
It was like because I was talking to Asia, like when I went down there and we were all flying together. I was like, he goes, he's talking to him on the phone, and he's like, well, are you getting close? I'm like, dude, I think I'm sitting in your driveway. And he looked at it and goes, yeah, you are. And then we took off. He took me to Centennial Park. I think if we could take 8 to 10 people to Centennial Park, Caleb, and get by with it. Probably. I don't know if we could take. Yeah, it's a big park, and they tell you just can't fly over. What the hell is it? What is it? Centennial Park in Seattle. Because it's not a city park. It's the Harbor Authority, the Port Authority. Okay. And they Angels actually asked them, and they said you can't fly over. What is it? The Travelocity complex or one of them things. There's a complex back there, and you can't fly over it, even though it's really cool. And you want to, you're not supposed to.
Well, Bill, just use your 70x lens and just get up close with that.
Well, I think they just don't want you kind of doing that, period. And there's great views of the city, like the picture that I posted of Rainier today. Mm-hmm. That's from Centennial Park. The picture I posted of the Space Needle. Picture I posted of the cruise ship. Well, I haven't posted a picture of the cruise ship yet. There's cruise ships coming out of the harbor and stuff. That's all at Centennial Park. We have a few places over there that we can go to fly. But the one that the hey, what's up, Uncle Bill? What's up, Lambo? Sorry, I'm not paying attention better.
Hey, Bill, how did Bob Casey's comment right above Lambo's comment you just had up?
Up here?
Yeah. No. Down about 5-6 comments. Right near where you commented. 2 more down. Bob Casey just got the Air 3 this week, and he's saying what a lot of people are talking about, no charging block in the box.
You gotta charge it in the drone.
Well, that's because you kind of need a 100-watt charger, and now people who try to use low watt charges, it took them like 4 to 8 hours to charge that battery thing up.
Did you say 48 or 428?
428.
Okay, I was like 48. I'd be sending that bitch back.
Battery hub up on like a 25-watt charger or anything below 100-watt.
Hey, when I bought the Evo 2 Dual, it didn't even have a charge cord for the controller.
No?
They put in cords that didn't work with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was pretty amazed, to be honest with you.
So you have to buy a third-party charger to take care of that?
Just a cord.
Just a cord.
Just a micro USB cord.
But that's not like DJ had to drop the ball like that.
USB to micro USB. Yeah, because they give you a micro USB cord that doesn't carry enough charge to charge the controller. It was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. I bought a $7,000 drone and it couldn't charge.
Premium product, yeah.
So like, did you see the newest leaked picture that apparently like even Dre was in here earlier, and plus Dale was saying that there's no reason for it, but there's obviously, and this is the second time we have seen a drone with this module on it. Yeah, here we go. And this is coming from the Mini 4 Pro camera. And see, it's showing us what appears to be a heavier drone, assuming that it's a Mavic 3. But as Dale pointed out, they already have an RTK module on the Enterprise drone, so there's not really any need to make a Mavic 3 RTK. Mm-hmm. So what he's thinking is, could this potentially be them testing a Mavic in a more cinematic type style drone? Could this thing be potentially carrying a bigger lens and we just can't tell? And hence, so we've got a mini Inspire going on here.
Huh.
So
this could be the Mavic 4 then?
Not necessarily the Mavic 4, but maybe a kind of like
Mini.
Yeah, Inspire Mini.
Okay. So a new category of drone for
in a weird way. So wait a minute, this could be the prosumer Inspire.
Oh, wow.
or the Mavic. No, it won't be. It'll be the Mavic Inspire.
The Minspire.
The Minspire.
Now, who would this drone be for? Would it be good enough for like production studios or
Yeah,
private
yeah.
shows?
Well, I mean, production studios are using the Mavic 3 Cine already.
Okay.
So could this potentially be something carrying? Is there a lens between micro four thirds and what is it? What focal points do we have on the?
Well, you
Inspire.
know what it is, Bill. You talked about it. You talked about it about a month ago. What do they call that? It's not. It's smaller than full frame, but it's bigger than 4/3. You talked about it a month or two ago.
Like A-Spec or whatever.
Say it again, Caleb.
What is that called? A-Spec or I don't remember.
I can't think of what they call that that sensor. We talked about it a month or two ago.
I'm fondling Maddie's icon. See?
Yeah.
Can you feel it, Maddie? Can you feel it? Ooh.
All the love, all the love.
Or something weird. Anyway, so what do you think this is, Ron? What's your guess? Or Caleb? Or Angel from the Wings?
Angel's making the bed right now.
I hate the idea, but you are 100% correct that there is a missing market there. And what do we know of DJI when they see a missing market?
Oh, yeah, they plug a hole in.
More
They plug
drones
it.
that need to go into that niche, right?
Yep.
There's
We got to plug a hole.
So, I mean, are we looking at the $5,000 to $14,000 drone, the one in that market? Because they realize
above
that
the
nobody's
Mavic
going to
3
move
City,
from a
but
Mavic
below
3
the
to an
Inspire
Inspire.
3.
Do a little sideways action over here. Oh.
Interesting.
I would think that they
Sorry.
want to stay away from calling it prosumer. They don't want to call it anything prosumer. It's either consumer or professional. Or
Okay,
consumer
so
or
a consumer, so we'll call it a consumer Inspire. So because everybody was bitching about the ridiculous price differences, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would you rather pay $15,000 or you might be willing to pay, what was it before? $4,000, $5,000 for a Cine.
Yeah.
So why not pay $5,000 or $6,000 for a Mini Inspire or a Mavic Inspire?
I think it's stupid and they shouldn't do it, and I can totally see them doing it.
And people buying it too. People buying it too. And can you imagine? Okay, if we've got the battery technology updated too, what if you could fly this sucker for 35 or 40 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to an Inspire that can fly for 15 or 20.
20, yeah. So you have a less
still only get
capable
20
Inspire,
minutes.
but with better battery life. And maybe a little more inconspicuous, Bill.
Well, I mean, we've gone completely squirrel. That's what I told him earlier. I told Mark, I said, we're going to see where the squirrel leads us. And the squirrel has definitely led us.
Let us to the Mini Inspire.
Wait a minute. Should we all start singing now?
They should just make them in different sizes.
And
We'll have
maybe Bill, this Mini Inspire will have the 1/1.3 size stack sensor in it.
No, I was making a joke because we went off on a Star Trek tangent earlier about the musical Star Trek.
Now,
So I thought it would be.
those spoilers. I'm not caught up yet. I just
Oh,
saw
Ron,
the one
trust
where-
me.
I just
Trust
saw
me.
the one where Spock got turned into a human.
Trust me, Ron. You can't get away from it. I didn't see it, but everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's horrible! It sucks! You'll die! You'll go blind!" You know.
Bill, I'm old enough to remember when musicals were popular when I was a kid.
Ron, I loved the first 7 minutes of it. Got to the 10-minute mark and the scene broke, and I was like, I got to turn it off.
Oh boy!
And I love
serious,
Star
huh?
Trek. I love Star Trek. And then Mark saved it for me. I'm gonna have to eat my Wheaties and then push on through because I've got to see the Klingons singing at the end. I've got to. I've just
You guys went squirrel on me singing Klingons.
Ron, just get there.
Squirrel alert.
Just no, it's not a squirrel alert. It's real. It's real. You just got to get there, Ron.
This is real.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at wait. Bill says he hates musicals, but he kind of liked it.
Oh,
It was painful.
It was different. It was cool to begin with because you see everybody like going, why am I singing right now? You know, and you can see them all like puzzled looks on their faces. But the thing that's so twisted is Spock's the first one that starts singing. And you can see him, he's like, and Uhura's over there going, yeah, this is pretty cool.
Well, maybe I'll watch Music Man before I put it on and get ready, get in the spirit.
But it's you have to. I don't know. I'll have to see how I do. Like I said, and it could be all the negativities in this side of my head, and that's why I'm disliking it,
Right.
because I thought it was really cool to begin with. And
Like Uncle Bill like the Klingons.
wait a minute, how? What did we do? What did I do?
You sang.
Yeah,
you
your
sang
singing
for
was too good, Bill.
seconds.
Your singing was so good they're gonna match you to
Bill,
the
yeah,
algorithm.
What's-
and
Your singing took money away from the songwriters of that show.
My song gets my wife gets mad at me because I won't sing karaoke because I'm a big weenie. I'm afraid to.
Well,
I'm gonna have to sing I'll sing a duet with her to begin with. Maybe that'll help.
Karaoke's only good way after a few drinks.
So you're saying I have to get drunk on my birthday, right?
What day is your birthday? I know it's this week.
My birthday is actually Friday,
Friday.
but we're having the cookout on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I did exactly what I told you I was going to do, Caleb. I went and bought an entire ribeye.
Oh.
So it's like
Nice.
slice your own steaks, man.
Oh boy.
That's awesome.
So, and my wife is actually. So what now?
Cash and carry or
Yeah, yep, cash and well, what is it? U.S. Food?
chef store.
U.S. Chef Store. Chef Store is what it is now. Yeah, you can't beat it, man. I got a whole freaking ribeye bone in for was like $180. I mean, and we're talking, a
Yeah.
whole ribeye,
Mixed slab of meat.
a whole ribeye,
Yeah.
and you cut the ribs off the back, and you got beef ribs right there.
Oh boy.
And my sons love the beef ribs, so that's even cooler because I'm not a big fan of the beef ribs. Anyway, you didn't get drunk on your. I haven't had any in a while. I might get some peanut butter whiskey since I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, okay. No flying drones either.
Well, how about no flying drones without a sober operator nearby?
He can fly, just not outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
drones fly in the house. Yeah.
Yeah, plant a patio inside.
Yeah.
Because drunken flying in the house is so much better of an idea.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, did I show y'all what I got my grandkids? Hang on, y'all go ahead and talk.
Okay. Yeah. So, I've been talking. I'm starting to break down, guys. I hate to admit it here. I'm inching closer and closer to ordering that Air 3.
Let me get this shit off.
Resistance
of there.
is
Stop sharing.
futile.
I've had it up there for a month.
I mean, if you need the extra battery life for that lens, sure, go for it.
You know what? It's one of those things. I don't need it. I just want it. The old saying.
And then there's that. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. There's always that.
I curse you, Max. Max, you
Air.
will now age. You will be aging now. You're now cursed. You will age 24 hours in the next 24 hours. So there.
Bill, I'd love to see Max Air sing in a musical.
Yeah. Oh wow. Anyway, so we've completed. We've decided that the GoPro 1-inch sensor is a hoax, Max. That it was just done to try to put a kink in DJI's sales. And then I came up with the fact that
but not by GoPro. They did not release these rumors, and somebody else did. That's unaffiliated,
exactly.
right?
And what I'm saying, and what I told Ron was that GoPro should have come out like Dale said and said, no, we're not putting a 1-inch sensor out because it's going to hurt them when they release it if it doesn't have one in it. Because people are going to be expecting it no matter what phenomenal shit they throw at us. They're going to be like, what? No 1-inch sensor? We saw pictures. Where's the 1-inch sensor? Where's the 1-inch sensor? So I don't think they're pretty much going to have a 1-inch sensor.
No, the only way a press release that works is if they not only do they not say 1-inch sensor, if they say the sensor they will have in there. That's the only way a press release like that really works, by saying
Yeah, exactly. So now, by the fact that GoPro didn't say anything, Does that flip everything back around? And they've now decided, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to push on forward with the 1-inch sensor. Yes.
I was gonna say, so either
we
they're
had
looking
one
at it and
sensor
they're
last
like,
week,
all
but
right,
now
now we
we
know
have
what to do
one.
for the 12, or they're like, switch it out in the factory, guys, go, go, go.
Yeah,
hurry,
exactly.
hurry. Somebody
Now they
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay.
Somebody ordered a truckload of 1-inch sensors.
Because DJI has kind of pushed that part of the market to that direction. That's what DJI does to release it. And they hold all of us. Not just, I mean, pretty much anybody that deals with FPV or technology and stuff, they pay attention to the leaks that come out of DJI. And DJI has kind of set the precedent for how you go about advertising and maintaining a cheaper budget and stuff. See, DJI can blow all kinds of money on their production video, and they don't have to spend hardly anything on their advertising because it's all done through leakers.
Right. Bill, is there any way that is there if they don't have the 1-inch sensor in this action camera?
Do you actually think they would sing?
Is there
I don't know.
Is there any way GoPro can top the Action 4 without the 1-inch?
Listen to our AI create a musical of drone therapy singing. This song, the musical soundtracks and song that Dale put up.
And make Ron actually sound like he can sing in it too.
Make Ron sound like Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
Box in there.
I don't know if it got everything.
Yo, gather round, it's a special day. Bill Thomas in the house. Let's all sway. It's your birthday. Time to shine so bright. We're going to celebrate you from morning to night. There you go, Bill.
Thank you very much. Everybody take a shot.
Yeah, a shot of peanut butter whiskey.
And then it'll be like, pass me that microphone. I'm going to karaoke.
Yeah, I'm going to karaoke some Freddie Mercury tonight.
I'm going to crocky. I was thinking about live streaming the whole thing.
That was
Just live
ChatGPT
stream the whole thing.
stuff.
But my grandkids were going to be here too, so that was the only thing I was kind of worried about.
Okay.
But,
And of course,
oh,
there's-
I may have showed you all. Did I show you all these last week? Did I show you this last week? I think I did. Did I?
I think so.
Not that one.
Not
Okay,
that
so I
one?
got one for my grandson Liam, who has been asking for a drone, right?
Okay.
But Liam's only like 4 years old, so I know that if I gave him even the tiniest drone, it might last 15 minutes, right? Let's get real.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one has a cage on it and everything, and it's protected, and it's got obstacle avoidance on it. It's got OA on it, so he can
Really?
actually put his hand up and steer it around. It'll steer away from objects and stuff, and it has a little control watch. So he
just
can
like
press.
just like the new Action 4.
Yeah, so he can press to activate it. He can press to make it take off and stuff. He can press it to make it land, and it's got little. He can make it do 3D rolls by pressing any of the buttons, as you can see over here, right? Okay, so my wife is like, that's awesome. She goes, but what's going to happen when your other grandson, Desmond, shows up and you only have one of these? And I was like, that's a good point.
Where did you purchase that drone, Bill?
I went back to Target and they had another one.
Good.
So it's kind of wild.
Now, Bill,
So
does that have a stack sensor?
it doesn't have a camera. So cool, Squirrel the musical. There we go.
Hey,
Max Air doesn't suck. Max Air doesn't suck. He blows. Anybody know where that joke came from?
I vaguely. It sounds vaguely familiar.
Y'all remember? You remember Spaceballs when in Mega Maid? We're going to switch Mega Maid from suck to blow.
I gotta rewatch Spaceballs. I see
Mega
those balls,
Man.
it's as big as mine.
Yes.
We're
Oh.
in the desert.
Does it have?
Yeah, Warren 1
Oh, does it have a 1-inch sensor? No, man. This bitch got a micro
Warren
4
got
thirds.
stacks- it got stacks.
Micro 4/3 stack sensor.
Bill, you can mod a 1-inch sensor on there for him. Yeah, the stack sensors against themselves.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is the new split drone. We'll see how long it takes. It takes Liam to split the drone in half. I actually flew it around, banged it in some stuff, and it does pretty good. It literally will. If it hits really hard, it just lands. It'll hit the ground.
Okay.
Okay, and then you just
it has what do you call precision landing?
yeah, precision landing. Thud. It has THUD landing.
You don't even need a pad, huh?
Yeah, thud. It has thud landing. Can you get it? Yeah,
you could fit
I
a
bet you-
O3 air unit on it.
I bet you we could get an air unit in that. Would it take off? Probably not.
It's a UFO, man. It's got sensors that are out of this world.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, wait a minute. Did y'all notice something? Angel never came back.
Maybe he never did get that T-Mobile connection he was hoping for.
No, he's at home. He's eating, and the bed's not made. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm just not going back."
Yep. Doesn't want to make.
He's like, "Let him just ride my ass the entire time." But anyway, so back to the birthday party. Like I said, I'm probably going to get. I'm debating on getting some peanut butter whiskey, which is a possibility. I think I may even have some left, so it's aged well. Okay. And my wife is making lumpia as we speak.
As we speak.
We are. Yeah, she's literally like 10
The
feet.
kids is right over there, folks.
No, she's doing it at the dining room table because
Okay.
it's easier there. We have two kitchens. We have an upstairs kitchen and a downstairs kitchen because you know what goes on here.
Yeah.
Um,
All the best houses have two kitchens.
No, we have because the downstairs is where they live at, right?
I just kidding.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so normally she does that stuff downstairs, but she decided that she wanted to do it up here because she could use the whole table while my daughter watches SpongeBob. So
Makes
cool.
sense.
So anyway, so we got the ribeye steak, and it's ribeye. Yeah, ribeye.
Right.
So it's ribeye. So we're going to cut your own steaks. I don't know. My wife was wanting to like cut to make like a roast, and then just slice off pieces.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, but you don't get the same kind of sear and the same kind of. It's not. You know what I mean? I mean, it's good. It is good. I'm not saying that it's not good, but it's not. It's not the same kind of. The same kind of I don't know, grilled steak texture that you get from a grilled steak. Because you kind of get the burnt edges, you know, and the fat's all kind of liquefied.
Yeah, the whole experience is what you're trying to say. Yeah. The whole grilled out experience.
Yeah, I wish.
You're making me hungry, Bill, and I have some steaks that I thought out to cook.
What? Oh, cool.
And I actually did a Kickstarter thing and bought this thing called the Dreo Chef Maker. It's kind of a combination of a like an air fryer and a sous vide together.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
So I've cooked in it twice. It does very well making like air fried stuff, and it does. I made fried chicken last night. It was perfect.
I'm glad you brought that up. That's something I wanted to bring up. I don't know how many of you all remember. How many of y'all remember Old Guy in a Drone, Mitch? I know Ron probably does, but nobody else here probably will. Anybody in the chat remember Old Guy in a Drone, Mitch?
I've met Mitch before.
Well, he's back, but he's turned his channel into a cooking channel.
Oh really?
So, and it's so cool because he's now Old Guy Carnivore. And I wouldn't have known what sous vide was if he hadn't have put up a video just about a week ago about how to make the perfect steak.
Oh wow!
So he put it in a sous vide unit. He, lets it cook. And then he just puts it in the pan and sears both sides and the edges, and he's ready to rock.
He's ready to serve, huh?
And he cut it open. It wasn't bloody. It wasn't nasty. It was perfectly pink, medium rare. So I was like, wow.
That's good, interesting. Hey, Bill, I want to welcome everybody in the chat into steak therapy tonight here, folks. We kind of changed the programming around a little bit tonight.
Well, it's like I told Leonard. Leonard said he was back for the first time in a while. And so I told him that I said, we will see where the squirrel shall take us.
Okay.
So that's basically what's going on.
It took us to steaks.
Well, we covered basically what I wanted to cover because we were talking about I personally, I'm not sure. I'm on the fence now about the 1-inch sensor because it seems beneficial to me to say it would have been beneficial for GoPro to say, hey, we don't have a 1-inch sensor in there, so don't get pissed off when we show you next month that we don't have a 1-inch sensor in there because people are going to be expecting a 1-inch sensor now. Even though it wasn't carried heavily, it's already in all those chat rooms and Reddit and everywhere else. And it's going to do nothing but spread between now and September 15th, 17th, 18th, whatever. So unless they come out with which otherwise, if they had no intentions of advertising that way to begin with, and they do have a 1-inch sensor, then they can just sit back and go, you know what, this is fantastic. They've already created a buzz and we didn't have to pay a dime. Yeah. And they'll sit back and watch.
We're going to sell.
And they don't have to say, to me, it would seem more logical for them to say, no, we're not putting a 1-inch sensor out. Because if I was a consumer and they didn't say anything, then that's what I'm expecting. Even though I've heard from fairly reliable sources that they think it's bullshit.
If it comes out and there's a 1-inch sensor, I'm leaking a full frame sensor for GoPro next year.
Or at least at 4/3.
It's gonna be like
a cell phone side. This is my GoPro now.
Yeah. No, it'll be like
with the GoPro
it'll the body itself will be like this, and then we'll have like the lens will be like this.
It'll just be like your icebreakers here. So
yeah.
This is the GoPro.
Well, sensor isn't unprecedented. That is the 360 has a 1-inch sensor on an action camera that's been out a couple years. Yeah,
somebody was bringing that up earlier that yes, there is that the Insta 360 does have a 1-inch on it.
Yeah,
but isn't
it's issue free from overheating and all that, so it is possible.
Yeah, but Chuck hates it. Chuck blew all that money on it. And he says it sucks.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I see those comparisons, it doesn't look much better than the smaller sensors. Yeah, you're right.
So I don't really know for sure if they're taking advantage of the entire sensor or not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I was a 2-inch.
One of the things is that the bigger sensor is better for low light, but I don't think they're really putting a lot of software in there for low light stuff because people just still aren't using it that way.
Yeah, I mean, when you're mountain biking down the side of a mountain, you're not doing it in the dark, or
Yeah.
All right, Charles. Thank you very much, sir. You have a wonderful evening. We're getting to about pumpkin stage now.
Yeah, I got a bug.
Hey, welcome back, Joe. He's got to go get the steaks on it, or either that, or his wife sent him a text. She said he was talking about steaks. I couldn't wait on you, man. They're already on the grill.
My wife's out of the country.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool.
Okay.
I'm surprised you're still not roasting.
You're going to eat steaks without her.
But my kids kind of want to eat something at some point.
Yep. I can totally understand that. All right. Thank you very much, sir. You have a wonderful and safe journey.
I figured I'd sign on and we'd still be halfway through Dale's list.
Oh, wait. Are you ready? Wait. Are you ready? Here we go. Ready? You see this, right? I was a 2-inch sensor. Bigger is better. Tammy says, I made you bigger. Had nothing to do with your sensor. So anyway,
yes,
their boyfriend and girlfriend. That's why I did that, folks. Yeah, that was it. Wasn't nobody got mad. I didn't piss anybody's wife off or nothing. They actually, because I could see Caleb was like, and I was like, no, and he was like, well, I don't think he would.
We got demonetized again.
But then he was like, wait a minute, it is Bill. I'm not sure. He would probably do something like that. You never know. So anyway, so we're getting to that point. I need to do some stuff, and I'm sure Caleb he was trying to sneak and eat while we were on the camera.
Okay.
And I don't think Angel's coming back. He was just like, oh man, I got done eating, and I noticed, and I went and looked on YouTube, and you were already done. Now, granted, it was 7:35, and I knew you had stuff to do, but I did look back.
So real quick,
before we go, I'll hang out here and wait for Angel to show up, Bill.
Okay.
How did we find out that Centennial Park is not a city park? Because I've been trying to figure out how the hell
Angel went down there, him and his girlfriend, and they proceeded to fly drones because they didn't see anything that said they couldn't, right? And they got clearance from Lank and all that shit. Everything was hunky-dory, good to go. Okay, they were actually approached by the Harbor Authority.
Okay.
And they said, okay, you can fly here. You're good to go. You can fly it over the water. You can look over this way. You can look over that way. But do not fly back over here over, I think it's the Travelocity Complex.
Travelocity, yes.
Yeah, he said, do not fly back over here over the Travelocity Complex. And you're good to go. Because it's not a Seattle City park. It's maintained by the Port Authority. So it doesn't have the same regulation.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out if there's any way for me to find what parks there are that aren't city owned, and it's like impossible.
Hello,
It's
Tammy
so
Jane.
freaking hard. You have to call like the city every single time for every one of them, basically.
Hey, what's up, Justin?
And it sucks. There should be something somewhere that's like, here's what's owned by the city, here's what's owned by the county, and here's what's private.
Right. It should be black and white, yeah.
Well, the thing about it is Will stays super busy with his family and stuff. Will actually, he's you know as well as I do. Oh, you heard me! You heard me!
Oh, Angel.
He's like, damn it! He's gonna make me get back on the damn
With a blurred
camera
background.
with the blurred background. Yeah. So anyway, what were we talking about? Go ahead. Let's bring Angel back in.
The park and how you tell if it's a city park or a
Centennial
county
Park
park.
and,
Tell the story about how you found out that Centennial Park is a Port Authority park and not a city park.
Port of Seattle Park.
Yeah.
Hey,
We went
Angel,
over
your volume's awful low. Your mic's low.
Hold on one sec. Let's do this. Probably need to connect my headphones.
No, Andrew, it's an illusion. It's just blurry.
Hold on. Is that better? That sounds better, right?
That's a little better,
Yes,
Angel.
yes. All right, now tell us the story.
Good. Yeah, so now I was looking for a place to fly, and I was clicking along the waterfront and found that Centennial Park is technically a Port of Seattle park. And so it's the same when you go to Jack Black Park in
How?
West
Where
Seattle.
are you finding that info?
On
It's not
their-
on Google Maps, that's for sure.
on the website. Centennial Park. But here's the thing
Fair
with Centennial Park is that if you go over there, I think you can't really have a group meetup because you don't want to have like 20 people showing up to go fly. The other thing that would be problematic is that you have the Expedia campus right behind. And
Expedia.
they do
Okay,
not- they
there
do
we
not
go.
want you to fly behind. They don't want you to fly over. We might have flown over. It's okay. But, you know.
I didn't. I did not. No, not me.
So technically, we could all show up and fly, though.
You could, but I think then we start to potentially
Piss off the Port Authority.
Piss off the poor people.
Well, maybe that's where I talk to them because I work with them, and I'm going to be flying from Pier 91 in like a week.
Okay, yeah. Especially if there was any way that we could isolate ourselves and where we took off and landed from, I'm sure that they would appreciate that a lot more. And this is the kind of place that we could go back with regularity and fly. It would even be great to do in the wintertime if we had snow, because we can get phenomenal views of the backside of the city.
Yeah.
And
Angel,
the
do
bay
they have
and the harbor and all
do they
that
have
stuff.
security guards at that park?
Yeah, that's how Angel found out. They actually came up and talked to them.
And he came up and talked to us. Yeah.
You've already
And
flown
so-
there, Angel.
So I just
Nice.
want to point out the irony.
I
here
did
one more
too.
time,
I've flown there too.
I want to point out the irony one more time here. If you fly in a city park, you'll never get caught because there's no security guards and they won't care, but it's illegal. You fly here, it's legal, but there's security guards and they're going to come talk to you.
But they're nice. They're super nice.
They were nice. The
My
only
they're
point
reason-
super
is
nice.
only
that the
reason they
system
came
is
over-
broken. That's all.
Oh,
Not
no,
that
I
they're
know.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have came over. They wouldn't have came over unless we whizzed over. I mean, I was maybe 10 feet above campus trying to get the grain mills. So I tried to get a specific shot and they were like, don't fly over. And we did. I recorded a bunch of
He just didn't post any of it.
it's not posted, but it looks beautiful.
Yeah, the complex is a really nice place.
Yeah.
Why they wouldn't want you to film it, I have no clue. It doesn't make any sense to me.
They're going to talk about security. That's probably,
Oh yeah, the drone footage is really giving away so fucking much.
Yeah, all the corporate secrets can be seen from the
That's
drone
right.
of being
You'll see,
100 feet away.
you'll see the fortune cookie guru in the back of the Expedia building going, discount.
But no, so Jack
discount.
Black Park in West Seattle is also a Port of Seattle park. Another cool place to fly with some cool things to do. Like you can fly underneath a walkway and come out and you open up and it shows the city. Port of Seattle Park, but the same thing. I think you don't want to have 20 people showing up trying to fly unless
We let them know ahead of time.
somebody. Yeah,
You let them know ahead of time.
It's a lot easier to let them know though than it is to let the government know. For instance,
Yeah.
like for a county park or whatever.
Right.
Because the Port of Seattle is actually really, really responsive since they are a private entity.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Angel, if you could send me
Uh-huh.
like a list of all these parks that you found that are not city
Yeah.
parks, I have not been able to find that at all. In all
There's
my
actually
searches.
another place that I really want to do by the harbor that would be really cool because you'd have the what do they call that in the Star Wars, the big
At Walkers.
yeah, it looks like those all the shipping container things with
Oh,
the city
wow.
in the background would look really killer.
I love the walkers.
So
Cool.
yeah, I'll find a list of places and then maybe they would give us the blessing. 'Cause, like I said, a group. I'm like Bill and I was like, if you had maybe one more person, that's the most you feel comfortable with.
A small group.
Angel flying over the Expedia building, and when you see the Port Authority police coming up, yell, America!
Yeah,
And run off.
yeah.
Okay. Woo. All right. So, well, this was actually more interesting than I thought because I was trying to think of a subject that kind of was broad enough to where we could just basically bullshit about anything. And tonight we actually got to talk about quite a few things. We talked about the potential of, we know that there's probably going to be a new mini drone coming out at Christmas time. The mini drone, but the thing about it is we've got people trying to, we don't know exactly what we're going to get. Okay. Because we've got to do some kind of an upgrade. We can't just go Mini 3 Pro to Mini 4 Pro and all they give us is an extended battery time.
Like the Action 3, the Action 4, they could just make it, you can hardly notice the difference upgrade.
But they gave us a bigger sensor in the Action 4.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of an upgrade.
Right.
So,
Caleb, I just sent you some locations. There's a
Okay.
Port of Seattle waterfront park right there.
so here's my thing is we already have the 1/1/3 or 1/1.3 sensor in the Mini 3 Pro.
It's just not stacked.
Right. So is that the only thing they're going to give us? When we can't put a 1, here's the thing. We already have a 1/1.3 stack sensor in the Air 3.
Which is a higher class of drone than the Mini.
So what are we going to put in the Mini Pro 4?
That's $1 million question.
So that's what I'm trying to say is what everybody's talking about going, oh, well, we're not going to do this with this. Well, they've already put the upgraded sensor in the Air 3. Okay, so we've got to put some kind. So apparently we're going to go, is there a sensor between 1/1.3 and 1 inch? I don't really think so.
They can always invent with, not that I know of. Not. Hey, well, you've already hit the 2 points. They'll put 04 in it, and they'll give it the new RCN2 and DJRC2. It's on the new controller and 04. So that's something, right?
But that's not really. I wouldn't call a Mavic, a Mini 3 Pro to a Mini 4 Pro and just giving us new peripherals and that wouldn't even be a refresh.
Well, how about this, Bill? Maybe they can increase the time on a 250-gram battery.
That's possible. That's possible, but I don't know. Anyway, that's a subject for us to discuss.
Yeah, that's
for
another show
next
folks.
week.
Yeah.
And I want to let Caleb go ahead and finish his meal. And I know Ron's got some things. Okay, Ron, let's tell us what you got coming up. Do you have any new videos to be released? Anything you want to discuss on Drone Nation?
I was away for a long weekend with my father, so my video production has fallen off. I didn't get to fly over to Pennsylvania. But Bill, we have house guests coming next week. They'll be here Wednesday night, so we'll be entertained. So I will not be a part of next week's show, unfortunately. But I will return in 2 weeks for the regularly scheduled program. So yeah. So Bill, I was telling when you were off screen, I said I'm getting tempted to buy that Air 3, Bill. I'm getting the
only thing that's tempting me to buy it is
that lens. Agreed.
Is the 70 millimeter.
I'm so grateful to my Air 2S. I just flew it tonight, and Bill, I grabbed some pano photos for the new version of Luminar Neo with the pano modules. I'm going to see if I like that better.
I'm getting close to where I'm going to have to re-up on all of that. I'm thinking about going ahead and buying it for lifetime.
I did not either. I bought it by a year or something. Remember when if you bought it by a year, I got when they gave us an extra 6 months maybe for free.
The thing about it was, Ron, we bought it when it first came out. We should be lifetime users right now.
Right.
We followed everything Skylum came out with. I've got the HDR module. I've got, what was it we had? We had 2 or 3 iterations before Neo. Yeah. We followed all that stuff.
We even bought their hokey drone program they gave.
Exactly. So they really and truthfully at this point in time, I understand it's a Ukrainian company, but people like me and you, Ron, who have been loyal to them, who have actually tried to get them some extra business and stuff, should go ahead and say, okay, you've done enough. You're going to be lifetime people for our software. Or at least say, hey, as much as you've done shows on it or talked about it on your show, we'll let you be a spokesperson or something and give you a discount, something, anything. But, they're still just bleeding us for money. And I mean, what's his name? Jim Nix, is that his name?
Nix. It does a lot of
he does a lot of stuff with Luminar products, and he's sponsored. That's great, fantastic. I get that, but he's being paid to do all that and edit with that stuff, so he knows it inside and out. Just like, and here's something else I want to bring up before I go. If anybody saw the DJI production video release for Action 4, I jumped on there and said, well, here's the deal. If GoPro actually releases a 1-inch sensor, it's going to be a rough action season for DJI. Okay? And supposedly, I got some response back from somebody calling himself Zimmy the Kid or something like that. Oh. And he says, hey, I actually made the production video. And he was like, blah, 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 blah. Just basically blowing smoke up DJI's ass. To which I replied, well, the sad thing is, DJI doesn't give their product to anybody I watch. So I'm not going to buy your bullshit. I'm going to make up my own mind because all the people you give it to are fucking 40 million years younger than me, but they ain't the one buying your product. It's old fuckers like me and him and him and him. We're all the people that are over 35 years old who are buying all your gear, not the tweens and not the 20-year-olds that you are trying to sell your product to.
They're all coming with their phones.
Exactly. They're all in love with their phones and their handheld cameras. You got them there. I'm not going to deny that. But they're not playing with your drones and stuff like we are. They're not playing. They're playing with the action cameras, mostly GoPro, to get their roller coasters and stuff like that. But everything else, we're the ones buying it because we're all addicted to YouTube and we're trying to become YouTube stars. So we're the ones diving into all this shit. So you need to be looking elsewhere to advertise your product because the people that you've got doing it now are not really moving it the way you used to move it. Because the people that were buying your product, we sniffed out the advertising campaign. So we know where to go to find the leaks. We know how to find all the information. And just like this time, people like me, a dyed-in-the-wool DJI fanboy, you didn't convince me to buy this time.
Right.
So 2 things on that, because I did see your post. One, he immediately came back with like, oh, but GoPros never work. They freeze for me every time. And I was like,
oh, I haven't seen he did comment again, huh?
I was like, that happened for me with the 10, but not any of the other GoPros I've ever had.
I just thought it was funny because it obviously struck a nerve, and DJI said, you need to say something on this. Because it was really weird that the guy that actually made the video commented on my link. I'm that was really peculiar. But he comes out, and that's what he says. I'm Zimmy the Kid, and I made the production video. I'm like, I don't care. I didn't buy the Action 4 either. I thought about it. I really did.
One last thing. I'd rather have the Pocket 3 than the Action 4 or the Hero 12.
Yep. I have to. But the thing about it is the rumors I've heard is they're bringing back the OG Osmo with a big badass, either a 1-inch or a potential Micro Four Thirds on a stick.
I thought you were going to say stack sensor.
Well, if they do the Micro Four Thirds, it's not going to be a stack sensor. And I don't know for sure if a 1-inch sensor is going to be stacked or not, because you're getting true 20 megapixels out of it. If they can give us a 1.7 aperture, oh wow!
There's your low light.
Yeah. And if they're giving us a larger sensor, a 1-inch sensor with a 20 megapixel, we're going to get detail and quality too.
Well, but as far as I know, nobody's ever given you a 1-inch and a 1.7 aperture in the same camera. So maybe DJI can do it for us.
Yep, that would be cool.
So okay, folks, I am going to run. It's getting late here at East Coast, and I will see you people back in 2 weeks. Have a good show next week, and everybody be safe. Good night.
Right. See you later, Ron. Okay, Angel, what's going on with you? You got any videos coming up? Going on?
I got some videos I'd like to put out. I think a couple of weeks ago when I went to Sauk Mountain, I also went to Oso where the landslide was. And so I wanted to make a little video there and put out some other videos. But it's busy with work.
Yep. So I want to ask both of you real quick. Caleb, are you coming Saturday?
Yep.
Okay, and Amy's coming too. So there's two. And Angel, are you coming with or without?
It's just solo.
Okay, so
my daughter's coming back from Canada.
No, it's all good. Just checking because my wife was trying to get a kind of an idea. Okay. So that puts us at about 9 or 10 right now. Plus, I know that there's going to be some people that don't say yes for sure they're coming or not. I know she's got 2 or 3 other friends of hers that are coming. So we'll have about 15, 16 people, which will be plenty. And like I said, you're more than welcome to bring your drone so that we can fly. That's cool. Yeah. My grandkids will be here, so that'll be fun too. They'll have their little drones playing. So anyway, that'll be a fun thing. We're going to do that this weekend. I might do some live stream updates throughout the day, so that maybe we'll actually fly some drones and show some people and show some grilling food and stuff like that. Because I know that it's not really our goal. Of course, so I think Stacy said she may come, but that's a long ass drive for her. So she may be like, Caleb, can I meet you at your house and you drive? So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, with that being said, you all come back next week because we'll do more crazy, wild, and batshit crazy squirrel shit like we always do.
I want to say things.
Okay, say things, Caleb. Say things, Caleb.
So I didn't have any videos come out this week, but we should have a bunch of videos coming out next week. I thought they'd be this week, but they're going to be later. Other than that, I put up the next 4 meetups. So anybody that's in the Northwest, if you want to check out Official Drone Club of the Northwest on meetup.com or look up Official Drone Club of the Northwest on Facebook, you can join there just for fun. And yeah, there's the next 4 places we're going to be going to. I've already seen people fill in and RSVP, so that's actually super awesome. Yep. We are doing the next one at Satsop, so I'm hoping you can make it there, Bill. I
haven't said anything to her yet, but I should be able to because we're doing the family thing. Everything is this weekend, so the next weekend should be good. I'm hoping that I can, finish them out because I want to get some other footage. I want to do. I noticed that we're not getting enough like interaction footage of us on the ground. That nobody ever, I filmed some of it and I put up a little bit here and there from the island but because most everybody's bullshitting and flying, but hopefully we'll get a little bit.
I recorded some on the GoPro and I recorded some with the drone when we were in Carnation, but it's just, I have it as, footage that maybe after, I can go to the Satsop and I can't go to the September 2nd back in Carnation. Shoreview Park should be fine, and Washington Park in Anacortes, right? Which is an outstanding location up there.
Yeah,
outstanding.
I'm actually super excited because there was a guy on the island right across the water from there, and he was like, "Hey, I want to fly. Can you teach me?" And I was like, "Nope, we're going to be up there soon."
yeah, outstanding location, especially if it's clear.
Yeah, all right, so that's cool.
I'm so sad if it's all smoky up there.
I know. That's my fear. But if it's great, it's going to be amazing.
Cool. All right, excellent. So I got. Yes, I'm already. Right. Everything's proceeding forward on me. So with that being said, Everybody, please join us next week and pay attention to my channel because we might have some live streams Saturday during my birthday festivities. So you want to check in and see what's going on there. And I'm going to click this button. Live long and prosper. We'll see you next week.